Ireland, once known for its history of emigration and economic hardship, has in recent decades transformed into one of the wealthiest nations in the world. Although this shift might not be apparent on the surface, Ireland's economic rise has been extraordinary, outpacing many traditional powerhouses. The key to this transformation lies in a combination of strategic tax policies, globalization, and a tech-driven economy that has allowed Ireland to attract multinational corporations, MNCs, fueling job creation, investment, and increased living standards for its citizens. While the journey has involved various complexities and criticisms, Ireland's status as an economic powerhouse continues to grow, with per capita GDP levels ranking among the highest globally. One of the primary reasons behind Ireland's economic ascent is its corporate tax policy. Ireland's decision to maintain a low corporate tax rate of 12.5% has made it a highly attractive destination for foreign companies. In the 1990s, Ireland realized that, as a small country with limited resources and a relatively small population, it could not compete with larger nations through traditional manufacturing or resource-based industries. Instead, Ireland positioned itself as a welcoming environment for global corporations, especially in the technology and pharmaceutical sectors, by offering a favorable tax climate. This strategy attracted numerous large corporations, including tech giants like Google, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft, as well as pharmaceutical companies such as Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson. The influx of these companies brought jobs, high wages, and substantial foreign direct investment, all of which spurred Ireland's economic growth. In addition to tax policies, Ireland has benefited from globalization and the increasing interconnectedness of world markets. With English as its primary language and membership in the European Union, Ireland offers an ideal location for American and other multinational corporations to establish their European headquarters. Companies seeking access to the EU's massive market can base themselves in Ireland, gaining both a regulatory and linguistic advantage. Moreover, Ireland's position as a gateway to Europe has been bolstered by its commitment to free trade and investment in infrastructure. Ireland's appeal as a base for multinationals is not only limited to its corporate tax rate, the country has also invested heavily in education, creating a skilled workforce that is particularly strong in tech and science fields, making it attractive to knowledge-based industries that offer high-paying jobs and long-term growth potential. Education and innovation have played a crucial role in Ireland's economic boom. Over the past few decades, Ireland has invested substantially in education, with a particular focus on higher education and technical skills. This focus has produced a generation of well-educated, highly skilled workers who can meet the demands of advanced industries. Furthermore, Ireland has worked closely with tech companies to ensure that the educational system aligns with industry needs, offering programs and incentives that encourage students to pursue careers in fields like software engineering, data science, and biotechnology. These investments in human capital have paid off, as they have enabled Ireland to provide a workforce capable of supporting high-tech companies and furthering economic growth. Ireland's economic model, however, is not without its criticisms and challenges. One significant issue is the debate over the true measurement of wealth. Ireland's GDP per capita is among the highest in the world, yet this figure can be misleading due to the impact of foreign multinationals. Much of Ireland's GDP growth is driven by the profits of foreign-owned companies that are headquartered in Ireland primarily for tax purposes. These profits contribute to the nation's GDP but do not necessarily reflect the economic well-being of Irish citizens, a phenomenon often referred to as the leprechaun economics. As a response, economists and policymakers often look to gross national income, GNI, instead of GDP, as it excludes profits from foreign companies that do not stay in the country. Even so, Ireland's GNI is still quite high compared to other nations, though not as astronomical as its GDP figures suggest. Housing and income inequality also remain pressing issues. As Ireland's economy has grown, so too has its population, particularly in urban centres like Dublin. The rapid influx of foreign workers, students, and immigrants seeking jobs in tech and other industries has created housing shortages and driven up property prices. Many Irish citizens, especially young people and families, find it increasingly difficult to afford housing in the cities where job opportunities are concentrated. The government has implemented various policies to address the housing crisis, but the issue remains a complex and challenging one, with limited land availability, planning constraints, and construction costs complicating efforts to build affordable housing quickly enough to meet demand. Another important consideration is Ireland's dependence on foreign companies. While the country's strategy of attracting multinationals has been highly successful, it also poses risks. Approximately a quarter of all employment in Ireland is tied to foreign-owned firms, making the economy vulnerable to decisions made by external corporate boards. Should Ireland lose its attractiveness as a corporate hub due to changes in global tax laws or shifts in corporate strategies, the economy could suffer significantly. Recent moves by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, to introduce a global minimum tax rate for corporations could impact Ireland's tax advantage, potentially leading to a decrease in the number of multinationals using Ireland as a tax base. However, Ireland is adapting by positioning itself as a leader in fields like renewable energy and tech innovation, with hopes to sustain growth even if global tax policies shift. In recent years, Ireland has also emerged as a leader in renewable energy, particularly wind energy. Given its location along the Atlantic Ocean, Ireland has substantial wind resources and has made major investments in harnessing this energy. The government aims to generate 70% of its electricity from renewable sources by 2030, with wind energy playing a crucial role in this transition. Not only does this help Ireland reduce its dependence on fossil fuels, but it also aligns with the EU's ambitious climate targets, positioning Ireland as a forward-thinking, sustainable economy. This commitment to green energy is also attractive to environmentally conscious corporations, helping Ireland maintain its appeal as a corporate hub in an era when sustainability is increasingly important to global brands. Ireland's cultural renaissance has also contributed to its economic prosperity and global image. Dublin, Cork, and Galway have become cultural and creative hubs, attracting artists, musicians, and creators from around the world. The influx of international workers has led to a melting pot of cultures, infusing cities with diverse culinary scenes, arts, and music. This cultural dynamism makes Ireland an appealing place for people to live and work, enhancing its reputation as an attractive destination for young professionals. As Ireland's urban centres continue to grow, so too does its soft power, with Irish culture and business innovation reaching global audiences through film, literature, music, and tech. Finally, Ireland's resilient political landscape has also played a role in its economic rise. The government's stability, coupled with pro-business policies, has created a favourable environment for investment. Ireland's leadership has been pragmatic, focusing on policies that encourage growth while investing in infrastructure, healthcare, and education. Although challenges remain, Ireland has consistently adapted to changing global economic conditions, including Brexit, which made Ireland the only English-speaking country in the EU, further solidifying its role as an entry point to the European market. In conclusion, Ireland's transformation into one of the world's wealthiest countries can be attributed to a combination of strategic tax policies, investments in education, a strong focus on technology, and adaptability to global economic changes. While the country faces challenges, such as housing shortages, income inequality, and reliance on foreign corporations, it continues to grow and attract investment. Ireland's success demonstrates the power of strategic policymaking and a willingness to embrace globalization, positioning it as a small yet significant economic force on the world stage.